So our next section is the hyperbola. So a hyperbola is the set of all points in the plane whose the difference whose distance from two fixed points are the foci at the hyperbola. So the parts of our hyperbola is first is the transverse axis. So dito sa axis or sa line ng transverse axis, dito makikita ang vertices ng hyperbola. Also, dito rin in the same axis, dito rin makikita natin ang ating mga foci. So, in the middle of the transverse axis is the center. So, the location of the center of the hyperbola is located at the middle of our transverse axis. Next is the A. So, the value of A is the distance between the center and the vertex of our hyperbola. Then C, the value of our C is the distance of the center to focus. And then for the B, so si B is, ang value ni B is maglulocate para makuha yung endpoints ng ating conjugate axis. Also, our hyperbola have two asymptotes. So, in these asymptotes, hindi magta-touch yung ating hyperbola. So, these are the summarization of the characteristics of our hyperbola. So, in our hyperbola, we have two equations. So, hyperbola with horizontal focal axis is quantity of x minus h squared over a squared minus quantity of y minus k squared over b squared equals to 1. So, that is the equation for the hyperbola with horizontal focal axis. On the other hand, hyperbola with vertical focal axis is, the equation for this is quantity of y minus k squared over a squared minus quantity of x minus h squared over b squared is equals to 1. So, you can screenshot or copy the summarization of the equation and the formula of our hyperbola. So, let's have an example. Find the coordinates of the foci, vertices, the endpoints of the transverse axis, and conjugate axis of the hyperbola. Quantity of x plus 2 squared over 25 minus quantity of y minus 3 squared over 9. So remember that we have two standard equation for our hyperbola. First is the hyperbola with horizontal focal axis. The quantity of x minus h squared over a squared minus quantity of y minus k squared over b squared is equals to 1. And the other one is hyperbola with vertical focal axis, given to us as quantity of y minus k squared over a squared minus quantity of x minus h squared over b squared is equals to 1. So, since na yung negative natin is y, so this means na ang ating hyperbola, diba, negative natin is y, so ating hyperbola is horizontal. So, hyperbola with horizontal focal axis, yung equation na gagamitin natin, which is the x minus h squared over a squared minus y quantity of y minus k squared over b squared is equals to 1. Next is to graph the parabola. Then also we need to find the values of a, b, c, center, vertices, foci, endpoints of the transverse axis, and endpoints of the conjugate axis. So our a, this is 25. A squared is equals to 25. Where a is equals to 5. Dahil square man natin to. Same with the b squared is equals to 9. So b here is 3. So our a is 5 over b is 3. Next is the c. So to find the value of c, we will use the c is equals to the square root of a squared plus b squared, So, a squared is 25, b squared is 9. So, 25 plus 9 is equals to 34. So, our c is the square root of 34. C is square root of 34. Next is the center. So our center by x plus h, y minus k. So this is our center. Our center is, since it is positive, so magiging negative 2, positive 3. So this is now our center. Our center is negative 2 and 3. Next is the vertices. So our vertices is also the endpoints of our transverse axis. Right? So the formula to find the vertices is H, positive, negative, A, and K. So our H is our H and our K, diba? Ito yung center natin. So our H is negative 2 plus A. Ano yung ating A? Ating A is 5. So 5 plus 5. K natin is 3. So, negative 2 plus 5 is equals to 3. Okay. So this is our vertices 1 or B sub 1. Next is negative 2 minus 5. Then ating K is 3. So may negative 7 and 3. So this is now our B sub 2. And ating dito, vertices is 3 and 3. And then negative 7 and 3. Next is the foci. So to find our foci, we have the formula foci is H plus the negative C and A. So H is negative 2, negative 2 plus our C is square root of 34. A is, ano yung A natin? 3. This is our F1. Also, next is negative 2 minus part of 34, 3. So this is our F sub 2. This is our cosine. So let's add it here. First, focus is negative 2 plus part of 34 and 3. This is our F1. Also, negative 2 versus 34. 3. That's our F sub 2. Next is the endpoints of the transverse axis. So since our vertices is also the endpoints of the transverse axis, so copy lang natin firstly 3, kasi 7 and 3. Next is the endpoints of our conjugate axis. So formula find our conjugate axis is H, A, positive, negative, B. H natin is negative 2, K is 3, plus B is 3. So, first we're estimate that the conjugate axis is negative 2 and 6. A sub 1. Next, negative 2 negative 2, 3 minus 3. So negative 2, 0. So this is our A sub 2. So this is now our endpoints. Endpoints natin is negative 2, 6, and negative 3, 0. Okay, so since nahanap na natin ang kanyang coordinates ng foci, or foci is negative 2 plus square root of 34 and 3, then negative 2 minus square root of 34 and 3, so this is our foci. Next is our vertices, quantity of 3 and 3, and then negative 7 and 3, so these are our vertices, the two coordinates of our vertices. And then next is 10 points of the transverse axis, that is also our vertices, so copy that, then the end points of our conjugate axis is negative 2 and 6, and negative 2 and 0. So now we will graph the hyperbola. Okay. Center natin is negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. So dito yung center. Center. Next is our vertices. 3. Positive 3 and 3. Dito yun. Next is negative 7 and 3. Yan sa atin. Next is our foci. Negative 2. So, okay. Negative 2 plus square of 34. 3.8. So, let's deploy. So, since di ko na malaya na end na pala yung, nag-stop na yung video, so, this is now the graph of our hyperbola. So, our vertex, vertices, first vertex, second vertex, and then our conjugate axis. And then, the conjugate axis. So, nag-draw tayo ng imaginary line ng parang rectangular para maka-draw tayo ng line para sa ating asymptote. So, this is our asymptote. And then, ang ating asymptote is, siya yung magiging guide para sa ating